how to invest in the relationship wisely?
I'd say it's a game of, there's a certain place you want to go in your life. There's a certain place you want to go as a couple. And so what you have to do is map those particular milestones to make sure that, okay, cool, we're getting through to these milestones. And that's part of us investing in the relationship, hitting our milestones. Investing, obviously, I already said investing in relationship education, that's quite key. And you got to invest, like when I say education, I mean everything. Even the stuff that you think is not for education, you got to put under education to get good at it.
Let us be clear. What do you mean?
What do I mean? Yeah, people know what I mean.
Boom shakalaka!
You gotta work on the physical intimacy. It's a skill. It's a skill.
And it's not even like the way that you're saying it. It might give a perception that you're saying learn, and it means immediately somebody thinks money, going out to get a course.
Yeah.
No, it isn't actually about that. You are on YouTube.
Google YouTube.
That is a wealth of information right there. Podcasts. There is a way and a science to relationships and doing relationships well. There are people out there that are learned, that have spent years researching and learning the dynamics of having successful relationships and what causes detriment and harmful things to happen in relationship. Those people have written books. Those people are speaking out there in public platforms like YouTube. It is your duty and your own responsibility for the livelihood of your relationship to actually go out and search for these people and see these people and find the information, because it is there and it doesn't need money. It just needs you to be intentional about going out and being curious as to what it is that you want to find. Once you start getting clear that, okay, maybe perhaps if I look into my relationship, what are we currently struggling with? Let's start there. Or maybe let's not look at it from a negative perspective. Let's look at it from a point of, what do I envision my relationship becoming, and where are we right now? How do we get there? Now you have one sort of base core question that you can start moving and maneuvering and asking the interwebs how to maneuver the situation, and that unraveling that is now going to give you a lot more things that you could possibly work on and invest within your relationship in, from a place of wanting to learn and wanting to better each other, and invest in a manner where you're not front loading any monetary sort of value or money up front, in terms of feeling scared that you're investing too much, but you do it using free resources that you would have actually used for yourself to actually pour in back into the relationship, in a manner where you're now using these podcasts or you're using these YouTube videos to sit down with both of you with notes written, which is what we do. Sit down with these notes and go through what you've taken as takeaways on these notes, how you can incorporate whatever you're learning into your relationship, and being intentional and practicing what you've heard, what you've been listening to. That's the sort of investment we're talking about here. And as you can see, it only takes effort and a little bit of just intentionality as to, this is who I'm choosing to be, and this is who we choose to be on a moment-to-moment basis, and forming a habit of letting that be something that is the standard for your relationship.
I would say definitely have conversations, with each other. What do you like? What do you want to try? Be open to trying things and being receptive. And also be open to improving your skills on things that you're doing. A lot of people, they don't actually try to improve their skills. They think we've done this. No. Improve what you're doing. Learn the techniques of those who are good at it. Google that stuff. You'll find a lot of stuff on that. So if you just invest in those things, that's going to be you investing in the relationship. And the relationship is going to continue to grow because you're very focused on nurturing it and growing it. And that's something that's quite key.
Yeah, we tend to have that thing that we have with other relationships, like parenting, like friendships. We think we organically know what it should intrinsically be and how to conduct ourselves in there. Not understanding, like how you're saying, it's a skill. It is a skill you have to learn as a philosophy that is conducive for good relationship and making good relationships, and ones that are not so conducive. And you have to actually be up to scratch with the research behind that. What is working? What doesn't work anymore? What sort of mindset to actually hone in when you're wanting to be in a relationship long term? Because you're not going to be the same people that you are now 50 years from now. There's different things that you're going to go through that are going to require you to let go of certain things that you've believed, let go of certain things that you've had as demeanors and habits. And we don't have good examples of this in society, where people say, how relationship is working. This is what we're doing. And people who confidently own that, there's always this shyness around relationships because of the scandals that you see all around us, and there's no one coming, there's few and far in between of people, older couples to be actually quite concise, that come out and say, yo, this is exactly what the science of a good relationship is. And if you get these 1, 2, 3 fundamentals in check, then you're setting yourself up foundationally for something good. I think we need more of those sort of examples in society as a whole for us to see what is a good relationship, what is an example of that, how does it start from a thriving dating stage to an early marriage to middle life sort of marriage, and then elderly.